Good afternoon, everyone. Sister Candace Growing in Grace. Our devotional today is entitled, God Uses People. And it comes from Exodus chapter 3, 10 through 12. Come now, therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest bring forth my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt. And Moses said unto God, Who am I, that I should go unto Pharaoh, and that I should bring forth the children of Israel out of Egypt? And he said, Certainly I will be with thee, and this shall be a token unto thee that I have sent thee. When thou hast brought forth the people out of Egypt, ye shall serve God upon this mountain. When the time came for God to deliver Israel from bondage in Egypt, and took them back to the land he had promised to Abraham, he appeared to Moses in a bush, and burned, but it was not destroyed. 40 years earlier, Moses had expected to be recognized and accepted as the leaders of the Israelites, but instead had to flee for his life and had to spend 4 decades in the desert tending to sheep. That was a far cry from the luxury he had enjoyed in the palace of Pharaoh. It was this now humbled man whom God chose to bring about great deliverance. God did not need Moses' help. He could have sent a single angel to overthrow all the armies of Egypt. He could have appeared in his glory and escorted Israel to the promised land. But God always uses people for his work in the world. He doesn't use perfect people because we aren't any of those. Dr. Bob Jones Sr. liked to say, God can hit mighty straight licks with crook sticks. That's a good one. When we accept God's calling and undertake his work, he equips us and goes with us so that we have all that we need to do wherever he asks. It is a privilege and an honor to be commissioned by God. He doesn't need us, but he graciously uses us and then rewards our faithful obedience, which he enabled. Our growth principle is never shrink from taking on assignment God places before you. He will enable you to do it. I say this a lot. God don't need us. God uses us, but God don't need us. But we need him. And the title, God uses people. I think, a lot of times we have to be willing. We have to be that willing vessel that God can use us in whatever capacity that he sees fit. Where he uses me here on YouTube to do devotionals, I do shorts, I do post, and that's what has grown my channel the most, is my post and my shorts. And I give God all the glory, because when I started this channel, it was for grief, and then God moved through Levi and prayer to change it from Candace, the pastor's wife, to growing in grace, because that's what I'm doing. I'm growing in God's grace. He's strengthening me through my walk of grief. And, I don't talk much about our boys' grief, because that's their privacy, and I will never speak of their grief on here, because that's their privacy, and I would never invade that or do that to them. But my grief looks different than theirs. My grief is the loss of a soulmate, my best friend, my pastor. And grief is hard some days, but God always, always gives me strength. Like the little dove he sent my way that represents peace. And I speak of that a lot, that I have so much peace in my heart, but it's only through the Lord Jesus Christ that I have that peace. And as a child of God, that's the only way you're going to have that peace, is if, you are his child, and he speaks that peace to us. And there's no other place that we could get that but from the Lord. And I have come so far, and it's nothing that I have done. It's all by the grace of God. And I'm so thankful what God has blessed me with. Do I wish the pastor was here to share it? Oh, of course I do. But I wouldn't bring him back in the condition he was in for nothing. And I know that he's in a far better place. He's not suffering anymore from that horrible, horrible, rare autoimmune disease that was so rare that it had been 6 years since they'd seen it. I don't share a lot of my personal walk on here. You just see a little part of my life. The 5 or 10 minutes that I share with you on a short or a video is just a smidgen of what my day consists of. It's just, God's peace is amazing. That's all I can say. I hope that somebody gets a blessing out of this devotion. I know I sure did. And I'm so thankful for the people that are reaching out, the ones that, my new subscribers. Look how beautiful it is today. It's just beautiful. I have a video that'll be going up before this one probably of my walk today. So, no, the devotion will go up before that. Tucker's sitting at the back door. He's so sweet. I'm so thankful for him. But if you enjoyed this devotional, leave a comment and let me know. As I always say, know that I love you. I'm praying for you, but the Lord loves us so much more.